Welcome back, Super Mega Baseballers. Eric here. Apologize for my voice a little bit here. I had to take a couple of days off because I'm at the end of a cold that I caught from my daughter. So my voice seems a little off. That's just the reason. So let's get to it. I got a couple to catch up to. I'm going to do a bunch of videos. It's Sunday night. I get a bunch done while I still have a voice. So we're going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Tried a couple iterations. I tried to do something different than what I've done before because I've done various forms of Eagles before. And I wanted something different. And then I decided, the stuff I've done is bad. I wanted to get a little bit more creative and stretch out a little bit. Now, while you see a lot of swish 10s on here too, there's a couple of different things I've done on this. Different kind of mouth than I've done before. So different coloring than I've done. So let's get into it. So colors, you need a nice dark green. You're gonna need a nice gray, saturation all the way down, straight in the middle, and then about 3/4 of the way down. And then you'll need white, and then a yellow. I chose a full saturation. Maybe it's a little hard to see, but it's right there. So, yeah, so I've, this one, there's a couple of different things I've done on this one, that I haven't really done before. So, done a slight different variation of the beak and the mouth. And while it is a lot of swish 10s, because I love the swish 10, I think more of the focus is on the mouth and the end, it being an angry mouth too. 31 layers. I thought about doing a background, but there's enough white on this, and I don't really know if I wanted to put a green on there or not. So you have that extra layer to kind of do what you want. So let's get into it. So start in the mouth with the swish 10 in white, -127, 9, 12, and 30. And I'm sorry for any new guys, I keep forgetting this all the time. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I do speed runs just because I don't have the time to spend an hour prepping a video. My first 20-30 videos, I literally took blank canvas here and made the logo in front of you so you could do it in real time with me if you were very, very quick. As I just create way more logos than I possibly do videos for. I am now at 136 logos yet to show you guys and climbing. So hopefully I'll have that number a little shortened this week. But so I do the speed run. So it's position 1, position 2, rotation, scale. And I try to remember if there's a flip or not. If you ever have questions, Super Mega Eric 1, the number 1, @gmail.com, or just make a comment through there. If you have a question, I'll reach out to you and I'll help you as quickly as I can. I do check for comments and stuff like that, or I do get emails, and I appreciate feedback, both positive and corrective. If you see something I could have done better, I'm always very appreciative of that. So I don't take offense to it. If you don't like my logo, I don't care. If you love my logo, great. But again, it doesn't mean this. The only reason I do this is because you guys ask for these when I post the pictures. So here we go. So we did that first swish 10. I'll repeat it again, -27, 9, 12, and 30. And that is a flip, if I remember correctly, to start with. And then you copy it, -105, 25, 7, and 29, and that is going to end up being the mouth. Then I did half circle in black, so I could kind of frame the beak and the mouth away from the rest of the face. So it's something I tried. This is something new. So a half circle in black, -51, 58, 54, and 44 in scale. And then swish, and just so you know, guys, swish is your beak. You want a sharp, pointy beak for a bird of prey. Swish is your thing. There is nothing that works better than swish because it gives that nice, sharp hook. You could take you could take some letters and stuff like that and bend things and do bulge and pinch and stuff like that and skew. or tapers, and get a similar shape, but Swish, hands down, nails a bird beak every single time. Feel free to play with it, but to be honest, this is going to always make the beak really cool. All right, then we do a Swish 10 in that, oh, sorry. So we did the Swish in yellow, negative 101, 41, 284, and 39. And then a Swish 10 in yellow, negative 142, 70, 310, and 41. And then copy it, negative 121, 48, 318, and 39. And that helps shape the beak and kind of pare it down the way I want it to. I've done a lot of where I would do quadrant 1 and then Swish to make a beak, but I wanted to do something a little different and shorten the beak up a little bit, and Swish 10 works really well with what I was trying to do. All right, and then we get to basically the feathers. So Swish 10 in white flipped. To start with, negative 21, 123, 350, and 62. Copy 0, 120, 0, and 63. Copy 31, 91, 24, 60. And by the way, this is a straight creation of my own. I looked at a couple different Eagle logos, but I kind of just played with this and got it right. It took me about 30, 40 minutes. I think 40 because I went back and tweaked it a little bit. All right, so that last one was at 31, 91, 24, and 60. And then we copy it, and 57, 27, 61, and 60. As you can tell, I'm making these a little bigger because I'm trying to fill up space while making the feathers on the way down. All right, so 57, 27, 61, and 60. Then we copy it, 41, negative 45, 81, and 60. Copy it, negative 14, negative 90, 114 on rotation, 60 scale. Copy it, negative 41, negative 46, 114, and 53. All right. And so if you noticed, I covered up a lot of that half circle, but I did leave some on the beak. All right. And then I needed to fill in a little bit of space, so I did the Swish 10 here at negative 28, 1, 83, and 57. And then I actually added this in at the end, played around with it. You don't have to do this one. I just did it because I think that looks cool, but I kind of liked adding that in there a little bit. So this would be one where I would say, yeah, completely your choice if you want to keep that in. So it's in black, flipped, negative 6, 8, 81, and 44. And then I start doing the arcs to add color. And I use the team colors green and gray, or silver. If you're from Philly, sorry, didn't mean to insult you if I did. Negative 42, 4, 272, and 41. Again, negative 42, negative 4s, 272, and 41. That's in green. Copy it in gray or silver, negative 24, negative 11, 260, 46. Copy in green, 4, 8, 235, 46. Copy in gray or silver, 9, 41, 205, 42. Copy in green, 21, 72, 173, and 36. And then copy in green, negative 62, 119, 153, and 36. And then I added this one right at the end just because I figured I had enough layers, so I added one more. 29, 115, 174, and 36. Then half circle underneath in black, negative 46, 84, 149, and 16. And then the one I like the most, I really like the way this one came out because it gives me a little bit of curve on the eye. It comes out the back a little bit and also curves into the beak really nicely. So Swish 11 in black, negative 57, 102, 297, and 28. And then triangle 4, I've done this one before. If you've seen enough of my videos, you know I've done this for teeth. There's a way to do jagged teeth, and I do have some, just to show you real quick. If you wanted to do jagged teeth, you would do this one, zigzag edge. You could do it in black and then do it and copy it in white above it and then drop it like 1 or 2 and it'll give you that zigzag teeth look as well. But at this point I kind of realized I wasn't gonna have the layers for that to do it exactly the way I wanted. So I take it back. If I took out triangle 4 and I did it, you would have enough layers. But the mouth needed to be bigger. I would have had to make this head bigger. If I'd have made it full size of the I call it the canvas of what we have for available, you could probably do that and make it look pretty nice, but I think I would probably want a little bit more than just the 2 layers to do that. So I stuck with this one, but I've done both. So triangle 4, -119, 23, 265, and 17, it's in black. And then I did Arrowhead 2 to kind of help frame the rest of the beak mouth. And the golden, it just works out to be a nice shape for something like this. This is also a good beak. Okay, it works really well. You add the swish to this and you got a really kick-ass beak too. So that's another thing I've done on a couple of, like I've done probably, I don't know, 15, 20 different birds of prey logos. So that would be another option there. And I always, if you guys are new, I like to throw out a couple of ideas, and there are a couple of alternatives to the way to do things, so that if you want to change it up a little bit, you have some ideas. I'm kind of like, liken this to teaching you guys how to do some really cool stuff. And maybe you guys get inspired and do something pretty damn cool, do something better than I do it. All right, so Arrowhead 2 in yellow, -96, 2, 116, and 24. And by the way, if you come up with something better than I do, or tweak something I've done and make it look even better, hey, more power to you. Not a lot of ego here when it comes to this stuff. I don't consider myself an artist. So pinched oval in 2 in green. I struggled on this one a little bit, just trying to get the eye I wanted, and this is kind of the one I settled on. -50, 90, 61, and 13. Then I did period in gray. And again, if you're trying to do something small, especially like a pupil, periods are better than circles, because circles can only go so small. The periods in text can get much, much smaller. So you want a much finer point. I definitely recommend doing that. I usually do that as opposed to circles. I don't think I've used a circle for a pupil probably in like 8 or 9 months. So definitely recommend this one if you haven't done this kind of stuff before. So in period, font 1, I don't usually change this one. -56, 86, 0 rotation, and rotation doesn't matter, and scale of 3. So you can get this a lot smaller than a circle. And then a swish 10, I just needed to frame the beak a little bit more. So in black, I believe it's flipped to begin with, -108, 61, 16, and 16. And then copy it, -94, 59, 24, and 16. And there you go, guys. 31 layers, Philadelphia Eagles. I do like this one. I was a little torn at first, and then the more I kind of tweaked it and played with it, I initially didn't add, when I first did it, I had none of these little arcs, and then I added them in because I had a bunch of layers to play with, and I needed more of the team color in there. You could tweak this a little bit if you wanted to change the green arcs to white, and then change all the swish 10s to green if you wanted to match it. But I mean, if we're looking at an eagle, eagle has a white head. Bald eagles do. So feel free to tweak this as you wish. If you're a Philly fan, hope you like it. It's much better than the earlier attempts I made on this. So next up, I'm going to do, tonight I'm doing Kansas City Chiefs. You can see them up on top. And then I've got the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Giants are all going to get done tonight, Sunday. All right, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Always, I appreciate likes. I appreciate comments, whether good, bad, or ugly. If you see something that maybe I missed or I screwed up on, or hey, why'd you do this? I'm always happy to talk about it. Thanks.